to the big house, Michigan Stadium. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys?
All right, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Nebraska's offense will have the football first. And now we get our first look at Mekhi Nelson. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the run inside, it's Nelson. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Turning it on. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense does the work itself for the pick six.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. We've got a lot of ball left to play. We've got to keep going.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Nelson.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, going to throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Out wide left, it's Adams. At the 35, he's got room. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Nelson. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Just feeds the running back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Under pressure. Got him for the sack. This and the field goal unit is on the field. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4. Following that last play, there is an injured Cornhusker who is still on the field.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Michigan Wolverines offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here is the talented Micah Alejado out to run the attack. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. They're going to run it to the right. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Whip it out to the back on the screen. They don't fall for the screen. Great job retracing and stopping him at the line of scrimmage. And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Tells to run, lost the pass. Hit as he throws. It's dropped after taking the hit.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He's looking to throw. Out wide right, it's Nelson. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Sends it back in motion. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The give to the back. He's gotten the first down. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Drops back on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on a toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
Inside the 45. Crosses the 30. He's going. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Third and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
They'll run it. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Siegel. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Road.
Here on the Cornhuskers sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And a super return as he takes it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Oh, he's got some. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. 1st and goal from the 1, this offense.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it in. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Reporting from the Wolverines sideline, there is so much love and support down here right now as their running back just made history. The all-time national leader for most rushing yards in his career, and guys are soaking it up. He is so well respected and so well liked on this team. You can see the love and support. Let's see if it carries over into this next possession. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return, everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The corners are walked up tight. It's complete on the right side. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it. Rolls right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Rush right in his face. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Huskers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he tacked on the extra point.
Number 96, set to kick off.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, here on the Michigan sideline, this running back is having a blast down here. He and his teammates are celebrating that last rushing touchdown. That put him alone at the top nationally. And now he's back on the field getting ready to continue his performance. The most rushing touchdowns in a career for the nation. A lot of history down here being made. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for space. It's Davidson. They didn't get anybody. Block didn't fool anybody. They'll lose yardage, and it's 3rd down here late in the half. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Got a little space. Still on his feet at the 35. Breaks into the open. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets.
Number 97 sets a kick this one up.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Defense in press coverage. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Wisconsin Badgers.
The Cornhuskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. What do they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Wolverines head coach at the half. He loves the way this offense is moving. The momentum has been intense. As you know, they play at that breakneck pace. The no-huddle seems to be working because they've got rhythm and momentum here. We'll see if they can keep that up to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on if things slow down or if they're going to keep their foot on the gas here in this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They give it back to him. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Setting up the screen. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Searching for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Long way to go on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Nelson. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab. Gets away from one, finds room. Just what they've hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Lets it go. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play, shows off the hands first, got to make the catch first, does the rest, walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Back's got it on the screen. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Wants to throw one first. They're all over him. He's open on the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, and they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37.
And how about this offense? What do you think as a defense right now? I'm thinking pass, bringing in guys, making sure I stay deep, playing for the pass, and they run the run right at him. Kind of catch him off guard, get the big yardage, big play, first down for this offense.
It'll be a draw. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Quarterback will keep it. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. And the Wolverines will go for it on 4th down. midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this 1st down. DB's right up on the receivers. Gonna run it. It's Nelson. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it, though.
High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Motion from the wideout. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. On the move. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Cornhuskers sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to...
Caught, and he's got room. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, this is really good complimentary football so far. Like, you're down in the 4th quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on 1st down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Running to the left. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride him again. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Just smothered on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Back to pass on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Taken down right away. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Nebraska sideline. I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Makes the catch near the sideline, but he's down immediately before he gained an inch. Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Needs it here on fourth down. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. The give to the left side. Run ends there. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Here we go, ready. Flag 14. Flag 14.
Rides to the back. Knocked down immediately. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. A designed run for the quarterback. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Looks as if it's their senior quarterback who's down on the play, and that is a guy they can ill afford to lose. We'll have Holly check on his condition shortly. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Quarterback keeps it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long. But in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. The Wolverines have it with a first and goal. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, it's bigger dreams for this squad.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Left side is Adams. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Unloads in the nick of time.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Sees some running room. There he goes. The 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play that's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets outside, watch out. He can dial up home runs.
And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Second down to the air. Rushes on. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Being chased. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Second and long here. Looking to throw. Look out! Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not